Hey guys, welcome to another Goku of Light anime recommendation. And today I will be talking about my favorite series of all time, which is Yu Yu Hakusho, Spirit Detective. And so basically, if you've ever seen the show, it was on Cartoon Network as I was a kid. I'm 23, almost 24, and growing up, it was on Toonami. It was where I've seen the very first two seasons. I don't believe they aired the third or fourth season on there. So if you've ever seen the series, there's a very high probability you did not see the entirety of it, that you've probably seen to the very end of the second arc, which honestly, if you the way it ends, it could end right there. That could be the very end of the show. So if you weren't really into Yu Yu Hakusho, or you've seen it as a kid, you might not have seen the whole thing and thought you did. And this is pretty important because the end of the second arc is everything with Toguro. So if you know about the show, you know what I'm talking about. It goes further than that. There's actually a lot more than Toguro. There's a season 3 and 4, which are amazing. So if you've never seen it, I recommend you go see those two seasons right now. Drop everything. Now, back on point. So like, in my opinion, what makes Yu Yu Hakusho so amazing is the main character Yusuke is sick as fuck. You know, it's not one of those things where the character starts off as like a weenie or soft and has to build himself up and gain confidence. No, from day one, Yusuke is a G. He makes it very clear, and that's pretty dope. You know, there's no underestimating that fact. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't start off as like the strongest character ever, but his demeanor and his personality is up there. You know, he is no punk, and that's pretty dope. A lot of shonen or current animes that are out there, the main characters start off real bleh. So it's good to see, you know, an anime that really has a great main character. Now Yusuke, pretty much the show revolves around him and his different journeys. And so at the very beginning of the show, he pretty much is killed, which makes this a lot different than any other show you've seen, because most shonens you've seen, the main character never even comes close to dying, or if he does, there's always a plot armor or something to save him. Well, in this anime, the main character dies in the very first episode. Very first. And he's given the option to come back. And this is where the term Spirit Detective comes from in the title, because he's given a chance to come back from one of the people, obviously King Yema, and people that have to do with pretty much the Chinese gods, give him the opportunity to come back. Correction, Japanese gods, sorry about that. Give him a chance to come back and offer him, you know, basically saying that he wasn't supposed to die yet, and that from everything that they knew about him, he did something really random. He pretty much saved a little kid that was about to get hit by a car and threw himself in front of the car and saves the child. Nobody expected it because everybody thought of Yusuke as a badass. He didn't care about nobody but himself. They thought he was really selfish. So to see something like this really just threw everybody off, including the underworld or the afterworld, spirit world. And so that being said, they offer him a chance to come back. So he comes back. You know, we start seeing that Yusuke really has a natural talent for this. And you know, I don't want to go too in depth because I don't want to ruin the show, but I'm going to tell you that Yusuke is meant to be the spirit detective. He has a very strong talent for it. Pretty much the show revolves around him fighting demons. And my main love for the show is that we're not given a lot of just fillers or boring episodes or anything like that. The environment, or I would say setting, for his fights is tournaments. So instead of him going on these long random quests that have nothing to do with nothing, you know, it's very simple. He was invited to specific places to fight, and he's there to prove himself, almost like a Mortal Kombat kind of feel to it, if you understand what I'm saying. And you know, it's pretty dope. And don't get me wrong, the whole show itself isn't just tournament based. So if you get tired of seeing that setting or environment where he's put into, you know, him Yusuke versus point B strong villain, you know, you don't want to see such simplicity of just fighting. You also get an in-depth storyline going into season 3 and 4. You get a lot of Yusuke's heritage, his background, and everything revolving around the character and what makes him such a great character. And yeah, I couldn't recommend the show more than I do. Out of any anime I ever watched, I rate it the highest, 5 out of 5. You know, it's amazing. And if you didn't know this as well, the creator of Hunter x Hunter, this is one of his earlier animes, and to me, his best work. At least he finished it, if you get what I mean. And yeah, it's amazing. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. There will be a link in the description below. Click it, check out episode 1, and start your journey with Yu Yu Hakusho. So that's my anime recommendation for today. Thank you for watching. This is Goku of Light, and you have a great day.